Hi everyone, hope you are doing well. I am Hari Krishna. So today we are going to discuss about a Flutter. It means like what is Flutter and why we have to learn Flutter. So what are the advantages of Flutter? What are the disadvantages in Flutter, right? So these things we are going to discuss in this session today. Okay. So uh, Flutter is a hybrid technology, right? So before Flutter, do we have any other hybrid technologies available in the market? Like if yes, so what are the hybrid technologies are there? Like so so before getting into the details, so what is hybrid technology? Okay, what are the advantages of hybrid technology? Okay, let's discuss about this one. So like initially, right? If you would like to develop any application, for example, mobile applications. So we have different platforms like Android, iOS, and Windows, right? So currently Windows is not much in the market. So we'll mainly consider about the Android and iOS. So before to implement any of these applications, right? We need an iOS technology to build any iOS applications. We can use either Objective-C or Shift language. Coming to Android, we can use Java or Kotlin to build Android applications. So to build one application, you just take an example of any app, like for example, a Facebook. To build the Facebook application, we need an iOS developer as well as we need an Android developer to build Facebook application for both Android as well as iOS, right? So for this, we have to maintain two different code bases and we need two different developers, right? And we have to maintain the code with the two different teams, right? So to overcome this issue, so they come up with a new or technologies called hybrid technologies. Like single code base can support for the multiple platforms like Android and iOS. If you write code in one language, that will run in a, both iOS and Android. So here we need only one developer team, right? And only one code base. So easy maintenance, right? So initially we have Ionic frameworks and a lot of other things also there. So later Facebook introduced React Native, right? So they're using JavaScript language and using the React Native framework, we can build then hybrid applications. So later on, Google come up with a Flutter technology. So compare with previous hybrid technologies, right? Flutter is like it is supporting for all the platforms, means web applications, desktop applications, and mobile applications. Whereas other hybrid technologies, right? So to implement for the web applications, again we have to go with another framework. Like for example, JavaScript is a language used for the React Native. Same language for web application building, we use the React, right? So, but here using Flutter, we can build web apps, mobile apps, and desktop apps. Okay. So this is the main advantage. The drawbacks in Flutter are some few libraries are not available still because it's new technology. Since there from 2017, okay, but now it is ruling the market. I would like to say that it is ruling the market. So huge demand in the market right now for Flutter. Why? Because why previously we don't have one, currently why would we have? So if any technology introduced newly to the market, right? So no client is ready to start implementing using the new technology. Why? Because they don't know what are the blockers the technology is having, right? And what kind of functionality it will support, right? So they will wait until that stable versions are coming to the market. So like that, now it is a lot of clients are started opting this Flutter technology. Okay, a lot of applications are building using technology, using Flutter, right? So that is why it is having a huge demand in the market right now. Okay. So drawbacks I mentioned, right? So few libraries are still not available, but in coming days, it will be more libraries will come into the Flutter as well. Okay, but still we can build a Flutter applications, and we can achieve any kind of uh, functionality, okay, using Flutter. So if something is not possible in Flutter, right, even it is Flutter framework is very flexible that we can combine with the native code as well, like whatever the feature or the functionality you cannot able to develop, right, so you can build it in a native technology and we can bridge them into the Flutter. Okay, so then we can achieve any kind of features. Okay, so this is about the Flutter. Okay, let's get into the Flutter course details, what we are going to learn in this course. Okay, so let me show here Flutter course details. Okay. First one, environment setup. So what is environment setup? For every language we have this one, right? That so in general, to build any product in our life, right, we need mainly two things. One is material of the product, and the second thing is a machinery tool to make that product, right? So these two things are main, and the remaining thing is like who the person who is going to make that product, right? Same thing in software also, we have these two things. Like we need main things that material as well as the tool. So here to build Flutter applications, Flutter is supporting for the multiple tools. Okay, let me list here down few things here like Android Studio, okay, and Visual Studio Code and Xcode, IntelliJ. So like this, it is supporting multiple tools. Okay, so this is our tool. And what is our material? So our material is a Flutter SDK. Flutter SDK. So using Flutter framework only, we can build the Flutter applications, right? So we are going to use this Flutter SDK as a material, and we have a tools like Android Studio, Visual Studio Code, and Xcode all. Okay. So and the second thing is fundamentals of Dart. So Flutter uses a Dart language. Okay. So we're going to learn about the fundamentals of Dart language. Okay. And the next thing is UI widgets. So in other languages, and while we are learning this course, right, we always compare with other technologies. What is available in the React Native, okay, and what is there in the native technologies. Like in native technology, we call it as UI elements, and React Native we call it as UI components, and in Flutter we call it as a UI widget. So like this, each and everything we will compare with other languages as well for easy understanding. UI means like container, text widget, text field widget, button widgets. Okay. So like this, we have a lot of widgets are there. So we'll discuss each and every widget in this course. Okay. Then navigation or routing. Okay. Navigation between the screens. So how we can navigate from one screen to another screen. Okay. And how we can pass the data. Okay. Data passing. So these things we'll discuss. And another important thing is API integration. Okay. So how we can integrate the API and how we can fetch the data from the server and how we can display on the UI. And if you'd like to post some data, how we can post to the server. Okay. So these things we will learn here using HTTP package. Okay. And the next one is third-party libraries. So what are the third-party libraries are available? Okay. So and how we can choose which library will support for the future. Okay. So these things we'll discuss. So generally, third-party libraries which we can solve the problem very easily. Like for example, uh, Google sign in or any animations, okay, or Facebook sign in. So we have to integrate these libraries. Okay. So these things we will discuss. And the next important thing is state management. So here in Flutter, right, we have multiple state managements, okay, like getX, block, okay, and riverpod, providers, mobx, redx. So like this, we have a multiple state managements, but we will learn in this course any two state managements, okay. And the next one is the GitHub setup, okay. GitHub mainly used for the code backup and code collaboration, okay. Code backup and code collaboration, okay. We'll learn about the GitHub as well. And the next thing is app permissions, okay. So for like opening the camera or location permissions, mic, okay, saving the file. So all these permissions we have to change in the native side, okay. We have to update in the native code. So that thing, how we can do it, we will learn here. Camera, location, okay. And the next one is app submission. So how we can publish our application to the Play Store as well as App Store, okay. So this thing will clearly learn here, okay. I will clearly show you how we can create an application in the store and how we can publish it, okay. What are the details we require from the client, okay. All these details we'll learn from this concept, okay. Play Store and App Store. And the next one is coding structure. So how we can do the proper coding structure by following the standards, right? So we'll learn this one. The next one is we'll build one real-time project. While learning the course only from the starting onwards, we'll build one real-time project. Okay. Next, resume preparation. So how we can prepare the resume and what are the key points you have to mention in your resume to get shortlisted and for your Naukri profiles, right? So what are the main keywords we have to mention? So all these things we'll explain here. Okay. Then the next thing is interview questions. So for each and every concept, each and every day class, right? We'll discuss what are the interview questions. Uh, we'll get it from that particular concept. Okay. So every day we will discuss about these concepts. Like, so if today if we discuss about any UI widgets, right? So what are the interview questions they may ask regarding this concept? Okay, we'll discuss about this. So yeah, so these are the details we are going to learn in this course. Okay, so and the course duration is 40 to 45 classes. So every day 1 hour class we have only on weekdays. Okay, yeah. So for more details, right, you please contact the admin. So they will provide you the contact details along with this video. Okay. Yeah. Thanks all.